Hello and welcome back to Finger Guns with Tony, Dave, and James. I am your delicious co-host, Dave Baldwin, and here I am with
Tony B.
and
Jimmy.
And how are we doing tonight, fellas?
Obviously not fucking delicious like you are. What the what?
Dave is
what?
delicious, devious, and diabolical.
Diabolical,
you know why? Because
yeah.
he's got a D for
He's
his name.
just got a D for everything.
Yeah.
Would you not want to live deliciously?
I always.
Right?
I crave it.
Right?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
crave
You
it.
know, Black Phillip, he said it the best.
That's true.
I got like
I do love
juicy
these.
and jovial, I guess. I don't
Juicy
know.
and jovial. Juicy and jovial.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tony's
we're
got
back.
Terrific Tony.
Terrific, Tony.
Terrific, Tony. Okay, well, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, tasty.
Tasty.
Tony. You can be
Tasty.
tasty. You can be
Tasty Tony B. Okay.
It's right there.
All
There
right.
you go.
That's
There
how
you
I'm
go.
signing off tonight, boys.
Excellent.
All right.
Tasty tea.
Spoiler alert. But we are back from the beach.
Yes.
We are we got a little bit of sun. I was gonna say we're tan, but no, we got a little bit of sun. We had a little bit too much to drink. Our boy Tony got married to the love of his life for the second time in 2
Hell
years.
Hells yeah.
And now we're back to the grind, back to work,
Yeah.
back to living our lives, and
Back to the movies.
back to the movies,
Back to the movies and back to lacks of. I don't have a pina colada in my hand every day now, and I'm sad.
Dave doesn't have his Miami Vices.
No Miami Vice.
I just
Sad times for him.
I'm pretty
Sad,
sure
sad.
if I slipped my wrists on Monday,
It's just slush.
it would have just been either slush or sugar. That's it.
Yeah, definitely.
I had I brought 2 bottles of Dominican rum back from there, and
Yeah, you
I've just
did.
been staring at them all week, going, oh, I can't open you.
I've literally
I
been
can't.
drinking rum and cokes all week.
Yeah, that's the way to detox, buddy. That's
I've
it.
been trying to drink water.
Yeah,
yeah.
Just clean out the system.
Yeah.
That's-
I've been
detox.
let me tell you, I've been cleaning out the system,
Oh,
James.
God.
I just need more water in
Yeah.
my system.
Yeah, no doubt.
But I don't think anyone wants to hear about our bowels.
No,
They
Or
want to
maybe
hear
they did.
Speaking about bowels, though, like
ahead.
adjusting to Canadian food from Dominican has been like this week has been rough.
Yeah,
Has
I
it?
bet.
It's been super rough.
oh, I've just been enjoying it. It's
I've
just
been fine.
like, oh,
Yeah,
this
after
is
the
nice.
first day or two, I was back to it. Back
Yeah.
to it. Not as much oil, which is fine.
Oh, yeah.
Which is
It's always
fine.
a good time when there's not that much oil.
Yeah.
It's not like
There's
cakes
not
on.
enough
Yeah.
oil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where everything is slippery for some reason.
Yeah, I can't. It's just not a good time.
Yeah. But maybe next time when you don't get married, you can come hang out with us on the beach because it was a good time.
What are you talking about? I fucking saw you guys every goddamn day.
You did, but you were the center of attention the whole time. When you're not
Yeah,
the center of
yeah.
attention, you get
It's a different experience.
You want to know a
different
fun
experience.
fact about me? I absolutely hate being the center of attention.
So why did you agree
Yeah.
to go get married in the Dominican?
Well, there's some fights that you let it go.
Yeah, I get
You
it.
let it go. The wife's just like, you know what? We're getting married in Dominican. Okay, dear, whatever you want. I don't
Sure,
care.
Sure.
These are battles that I will not win, so I choose not to fight them.
I get it.
all right,
get it.
all right. Respect. I get it. But like I said, next time, like not being the center of attention, it's cool.
Yeah,
It's a good time.
it's always
Yeah,
a good
it's
time.
nice. It was nice.
Good time.
Just
Grab a
got to float.
drink, get some nachos.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Those fucking nachos,
Those
man. And the
nachos.
pico de gallo. Guac was on point.
Guac
Like
was good.
that was
the
about the
guac was
good.
only
The
food that
cheese.
was good.
The cheese,
was pretty good.
the
nice.
queso.
was
Yeah.
good. The
Queso.
hot dogs
Queso.
were good. The burgers, maybe just that area. Just
Yeah.
The Burger Shack.
Yeah.
Burger
Muy-
Shack
muy
was where it was
caliente.
at.
Yeah.
although the Asian fusion that James and I had the one night was pretty great.
It wasn't
Except-
the dishwater ramen, was it?
No, we didn't do the
No, we
ramen.
didn't.
No,
we
I
didn't do
didn't.
the ramen.
I did have that ramen. It was
Dishwater.
edible.
It very oniony. It was like a French onion soup without like you
Yeah.
know
I
the glory of.
I just feel
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
me just saying edible is enough
Yeah.
to give you an idea of how it was. But,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
I
glad
think
I
you
skipped
guys-
it.
I think you got worse than I did. Mine was
Yeah.
fine.
Okay.
But yeah, the Asian fusion we got was
Minus the
pretty good.
beef. That beef destroyed me.
Yeah.
It was bad. And it was like the last day too. Jesus.
Oh, that's a bad time to get it.
It's really bad.
Yeah.
It's really bad.
Yeah.
I got to experience a first class bathroom on the way home though, and that was very
That
nice.
bathroom, man. 2 kinds of lotion. You had
Oh,
enough.
so
You had
you had
enough
2
of a
kinds
time.
of
2 kinds
Lotion?
of
Kinds of
lotion. You could have
lotion.
fit a whole fucking party in there.
Oh,
you could have
for
had an
sure.
orgy at 40,000 feet.
You could have had Yeah.
Why did I miss out on?
I'm
Because I
sorry.
was
Well, did you
sitting
not-
in the back with
Yeah.
the plebs.
Yep.
Sucks to suck,
Should have
buddy.
sat closer to the front.
It's
Yeah,
fine, man.
Well, really, like so did you go to the one, wait, you went to the one that was towards the front?
I went to the one that was towards the front
On
and
the
to
left?
the right.
To the right? Yeah, I got that one too. That one was so nice. Yeah.
It was a lovely poop.
Lovely.
The most loveliest of poops I've
Yeah.
had on an airplane.
How many times do you poop on an airplane?
Every
not
time
many.
he
Not
goes.
many. Not many.
No,
Yeah.
it was
It was that
I don't
goddamn
like
Wendy's,
it either,
man.
but
That like
That's why I ate the Wendy's on the plane. And then when we got to the
Toronto?
terminal, and then we
Yeah.
had to wait forever for the fucking bags.
that makes sense.
I had to go walk to Narnia to a bathroom.
oh yeah, that's
yeah,
right.
that's a
Because
good point.
because they decided to clean every male
Right.
bathroom
Yeah,
at the exact same time.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Either way, I wasn't getting Pizza Hut because that just looked
yeah,
like
I know.
like a half fucking melted bagel.
And I will say I liked the so we got food vouchers, which is why we're talking about this as well, is because our flight was delayed. They gave us vouchers for food, so we all had time to eat.
Yeah.
And
And extra time to drink our faces off at the resort.
correct.
Oh yeah.
But I liked seeing the spread of people between the three options of food. Well, I mean there was more than three, but let's call it the three
Apparently
main
you could have got
options. It was-
Cinnabon.
Yes, there was Cinnabon
That
too.
fucking lady lied to me.
There was Pizza Hut, Wendy's, and Taco Bell, and
Yeah.
I just liked seeing the level of people at each, because it was like Pizza Hut had a moderate amount of people. There was a
Yeah.
little line, but it wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
Wendy's was banging.
Bumping,
It was the
just
entire.
bumping.
It was a snake. It was a
Yeah.
huge fucking amount of people, and then Taco Bell had like 2 people standing in it because nobody
And a
wanted
tumble-
to
and a
risk
tumble
Taco
room.
Bell
Yeah.
from Dominican before a flight.
No, definitely not. I don't advise
I wanted
it.
to. I really wanted it. And
I
they
just
had
wanted-
$6 margaritas.
Yeah. I just
They
wanted
did.
a cheese quesadilla, man, and some nachos.
No, you don't want the beef Crunchwrap
there's
Supreme.
Actually, you know
no way I was gonna get beef before the flight.
You know what, Tony? I think a cheese quesadilla with some nachos. I think you could have
It
done
probably
it.
would have been
Yeah, we
fine.
would've probably could've done it.
Probably would have been fine.
Probably could have done it.
I maxed out that voucher right at
Oh,
Wendy's.
you have to. You have to, man.
That
I
chicken sandwich
upsized
was
everything.
perfect. $14.
I loved
Yeah.
it. She's like, it's $14. I was like,
Here you go.
here you
There you go. Upsize the Fanta, the extra large Fanta. You know.
Sure. Sorry, the extra large country style.
Yes, country style because for
'Cause
some
it's not
reason,
Fanta
yeah. But they have like if you like flip the bottle around, you got like the little Fanta
It's
symbol.
Fanta,
It was
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
weird.
I almost ordered the beer because there was a beer.
Yeah, there was a
combo
beer.
with the beer.
Yeah,
Should have done
$6
that.
with a beer from Wendy's. That's something I should have experienced.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
totally agree.
But I think this is a good segue because the first flight we were on, there was no in-flight entertainment.
Although
Although
there
they
was. There
Was
was.
there?
You had to use your iPad and like connect to the app, and then it
Okay,
would bring
so-
you to a web
yeah.
page.
So it was a little
there
tougher.
was,
it was
but
a
it was
little
very
tougher to get.
inconvenient.
But I did like that they had like the holster,
holder.
things.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
could just hold up my phone. I didn't have to
Yeah.
hold it or like
Yeah.
try to finagle it. So props
That's
to
nice.
that.
Yeah.
But on the way back, we were on a fancy what was it? A 797? 787, and it had a whole whackload of film
Oh, yeah.
content on there.
Yeah.
So I believe we all watched a film. Did you watch one?
I watched on my iPad for a bit. I
Okay.
was mainly catching up on TV shows. I
Okay.
looked through the films and went, I could, but also I didn't bring any actual headphones with me. I only had my AirPods.
They were giving them out.
Yeah, I know, but then I was just like, that's fine. I'll just
You
watch
missed
on my
out, buddy.
iPad.
It was
That's
there was
fine.
a good spread.
I did like the
Good
spread.
spread.
I
It
was
was a
very
very,
impressed with the
very
spread.
good spread.
Yeah.
People were watching Top Gun Maverick and like mad respect.
There was a dude sitting in, because I could see him from in the premium economy, that was sitting with his child watching The Big Lebowski on the way home, and I was like, nice,
Good for him.
nice.
That's
That's a
dope.
choice.
That's a choice.
I remember the guy in front of me on the way there was at watching Exit Wounds on this thing, and I was like,
Amazing.
respect, mad respect.
The two people,
that's a
the 3
choice.
people in front of me were all watching Elvis.
There was a
which-
lot of people
Yeah,
watching.
there's a
that.
lot of people watching.
I'm like,
Elvis.
that's a choice for a plane that, you're already feeling maybe a little woozy and motion
Yeah.
sick, and you're going to watch a movie that literally gave me motion
But
sickness.
it's a nearly 3-hour movie,
It's-
so
it
that's
kills
why
a
I
lot of
watched
time.
takes
Yeah.
out like half of
Takes
the
out-
plane. Yeah.
yeah.
like half, 3/4 of the plane ride.
Yeah.
But I watched. What did I watch? I watched most of Shaun of the Dead, which obviously is amazing, and I finally watched Little Shop of Horrors from 1986, which I've always
never
wanted to
seen
see.
it?
I've never seen it.
Dave.
I still haven't seen it either. so-
What?
yeah, I've
It's
never
so
seen it.
good.
It's great.
I thought about it. It was
It's
one of the
so
one. It was one of the
good.
ones I was looking
was-
at for sure.
It's bleak as shit, but
Oh,
it's
yeah.
great.
Yeah.
It's very, very good. And Rick Moranis,
Is
Yeah.
incredible.
he's a meal in that movie.
Nice.
He is a meal. He is.
I like that.
He's great in that. Steve Martin has a bit,
Yeah.
like a extended
Decent- yeah.
cameo that's nuts.
Yeah.
Nice.
Bill Murray shows up, and
Yeah.
it's weird.
Yeah.
Makes
John
sense.
Candy's just there.
Yep.
All right,
And
so I'm
just-
adding this to
you
31 in
need to.
October next
You
year.
need
You
to.
should.
It's-
It's
yeah.
so
The
fun.
music is great.
Yeah.
The puppet effects, because
Oh, yeah.
there's no special, there's no
Yeah.
like
It's
visual
the,
effects. It's all puppets.
It's the plant, right?
yeah. It's
Yeah.
all puppet work, and it's incredible.
Nice.
It's incredible, and
Yeah.
yeah, just holy
It's-
shit! I took way too long to see this movie, and
Yeah.
it's bleak and dark as shit. There's a little bit of domestic violence that they're like
Yep.
kind of joking about. They're like tee hee. I was like,
Yep.
okay, maybe this isn't a tee hee thing.
Yeah.
What year is
But
it from?
86.
86.
That makes sense.
86, but it's based on a Roger Corman movie from the 60s, I believe.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
But yeah, it's a trip.
Yeah.
It's a
And
trip.
Bleak was something I wasn't really excited because I don't know. My high school, they put it on as like a play in
Oh,
high school,
nice.
and I saw it in high school, but I don't remember a lot of it minus the songs. And like, that's obviously what sticks with you because the songs are very good.
Suddenly Seymour.
Oh, is that what that is from?
Seymour.
Yeah.
I think I saw the Riverdale one.
Yeah. But it's bleak.
It's so bleak.
It's bleak. Like it's along the like,
Why don't we turn a drinking game into how many times you guys can say bleak
like
about
you
this
know how
movie?
Yeah.
you know how Sweeney Todd is like vicious
Yeah.
and like it's like tee hee, but they're actually like
Yeah.
slitting throats and like
Yeah.
cutting bodies
there
up.
there is nothing
Yeah.
tee about Sweeney
No, but
Todd.
like the songs make it feel a little bit more fun.
Like it's
He's
more
literally singing to his fucking his razor blade.
This is true.
well. If you were the demon barber of Fleet Street, would you not sing to your razor blades?
Well, yeah, that's a good point too.
Either way, you know how I'm okay with
I'm
you
good.
playing footsies. It's fine.
Thanks.
You know how that's kind of like it's dark and ominous and kind
Yeah.
of like just
Atmospheric, yeah.
like, atmospheric. Like this one's a little more tongue in cheek, but it's all still there,
Okay.
and you're
Okay.
just kind of like, oh,
yeah.
yeah. But
It's
I was just
it's
blowing into the
something,
mic.
yeah.
It's
something.
it's worth watching.
It's something.
I really liked it.
good.
Yeah,
I really liked it, and it's apparently there's a director's cut. It's not really the director's cut, but like the original cut because the ending got changed for the movie versus
Correct.
what it was in the play.
Yeah.
Because they deemed the ending too bleak.
yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I want to watch the original ending.
Yeah.
But it's great. I
Yeah.
love it.
I really enjoyed it,
Well, that's good.
and yeah, I
Adding this
was
to the
like, what
list.
the fuck was I waiting for?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Like,
It's
what
so
was
good.
I waiting for?
It's so good. They are remaking it too.
They are remaking it, yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna take forever to come out, but that's
Oh
okay.
yeah, for sure.
And
I
it
don't
probably
really think
will
it has
be
a
less
market
bleak.
Yeah,
either.
no, it's incredibly niche.
Good.
Yeah.
What
A bunch of rando theater kids are the only ones that are gonna love it.
like I always figured it was a cult movie, but it got nominated for Oscars, so it can't be that cult. And just like I can't see
but since then, like,
like In the Heights didn't make any money.
oh
But
yeah,
what
no.
was that? What was that other one that everyone hated? Evan Hansen.
Yeah.
That didn't make any fucking money. Like,
Wow, everyone hated that one. Dave.
yeah.
In the Heights was fine.
Just too
fine.
fucking long,
It
man.
was just
It's way too long.
Too fucking long.
It was just long. But like Elvis made money, but it wasn't quite a musical.
No, it was a biopic.
It was more of a biopic.
About Elvis Presley.
About Elvis Presley. And
Yeah.
now that Weird
Weird.
finally came out
Yeah.
this past weekend, they're not going to make biopics anymore because you can't really go back after that. It's
Nope,
over.
you
it's
can't.
done. We're
It's done.
finished.
We're
It's
finished.
good.
It's done. The musical biopic is over.
Yeah, I did love Weird Al tweeting out because someone from Australia or New
Oh
Zealand
my
was
god, I
asking
saw that
like,
today too.
"Hey, how do I get to watch this since we don't have Hulu down here or Roku down
Roku.
here? Roku down here." And he's like, "Yeah, you could VPN." And it was like he called it something out, or like I could see you raising a torrent of questions about it. Just like all power to him. Just like
he just wants
he just wants
everybody
people to see it. Like he doesn't
how.
care.
Yeah.
I saw a tweet after that because I saw that tweet, but I saw another one where people were gathering, where someone gathered other directors and
Yeah.
other actors who like commented on like that. And
Yeah.
I don't love Xavier Dolan. Do not love him.
No.
But someone asked him where he could watch his movies. He's like, go to Google and just type the movie title and type free stream.
Yeah.
That's how you find it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, look, like it comes down to like, we're living in these walled gardens of like content providers. And like, look, if you're not willing to provide a spot for everybody to see it,
there's really no other way to see it.
Exactly.
I still don't know why we don't have Hellraiser yet.
Yeah. I can't figure that one out either.
Because all the other Hulu movies have come out on Disney Plus Star here, like day and date.
Yeah.
Except for Hellraiser.
Which
like,
is like who's holding up Hellraiser up here?
Yeah.
We have Star. Like, just drop it already. Jesus Christ.
And like, it's Hellraiser.
Yeah.
Like come on now. But so all that to say, Little Shop.
Yes.
Little
Shop of horrors.
Little
Shop of terrors.
Okay, that's
Okay,
enough.
cool.
That's
Is that
enough of Dave.
enough now? We're
All right.
done.
I would like an Audrey too, though.
Oh yeah.
Like if there's a Funko,
That would be a cool
I need
Funko.
an Audrey 2 Funko.
That
Is
would be
the
a cool
Audrey the plant?
the plant.
Okay.
Audrey 2.
Audrey
makes
2.
sense.
Audrey is the girl that he's in love with.
Yeah.
So he named it after her. Which there's
original.
There's something to be said that he named a killer plant after
Well,
the
he
girl
didn't.
he likes.
In his defense, he did not know that it was a killer plant initially.
well,
It was just a very pretty plant.
It's a weird looking plant.
The moment it said "feed me" was when maybe you start feeling a little sus about the plant that you own.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like that would be the moment.
Maybe the moment you feel a little sus about the plant is that you went to go buy a plant and you decided not to, and there was a random eclipse of the sun, and you turned around and suddenly there was a random plant there.
Yeah, yeah.
And the guy gave it to him for $1.95.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
These are questions.
Yeah,
These are
it's
questions.
worth it though.
It's
Tony.
worth
You gotta
it's
watch
worth
it.
the watch.
It's
Yeah,
good.
definitely. I definitely want to check it out.
It's worth the watch. And there's an entire bit about living in the slums.
Yeah,
Which is
because it's bleak.
it's
Like weirdly like
it's something.
Yeah.
I need to find what the
it's a
title
lot
of
of subtext.
I need to find what the title of the song is because it's very catchy. But Tony, tell us what you watched on the plane.
Oh yeah, Tony, please give it to me.
So I was going through the catalog of movies that was on the Air Canada site,
Sure.
and I noticed that they had a Criterion channel.
Which, first of all, shout outs to Air Canada for having a Criterion channel on the plane.
Like who the fuck? Like
Brilliant.
out of all the things that I expected to see on there, Criterion channel was not one of them.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you find that
Awesome.
song?
It's called Down on Skid Row. Or
Yeah,
it's called
Down on Skid Row.
Skid
Yeah.
Row. It's called Skid Row Downtown, but the chorus is like Down on Skid Row.
Cool. So it's like that song by Macklemore, Downtown.
Kind of.
Cool.
Vaguely.
Except so much more sad.
Except,
Yeah.
or is it bleak?
Oh, it's bleak, Tony.
It's bleak.
Tony, the whole movie's bleak.
You're gonna watch this movie and you're gonna be like,
Jesus.
yeah, I get it.
My
I
letterbox
get it.
review is just going to be like,
bleak.
this bleak.
This is bleak, man.
You watch this time next year.
Criterion.
Criterion channel.
Criterion
So,
channel.
if you guys haven't been following us or following us along on our journey of Criterion, the three of us are doing the Criterion challenge.
Indeed.
And when I mean three of us, I mean actually just me and James, because it looks like Dave has given up. And
Yeah, it's
he's-
fine.
Yeah, it's
Dave
just
will catch up in
I'm gonna-
January.
January.
I'm
For 2023,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
Criterion
gonna.
challenge.
I will go full speed on January.
He's just gonna delete the 2 and then change it to a 2023
No,
and be
I'm-
like,
I-
there's my new challenge.
I'm gonna
Exactly.
try to watch a couple of them,
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna do. It'll be a fresh
Well,
list. It'll be a
and
fresh
I mean,
list.
hey, we watched 120 or Sallow.
Yeah.
We did watch
and
Sallow.
That did check off a box for both of us on the Criterion.
And he
challenge.
did watch The Brood, so he's got
Yeah,
at
see,
least
we're-
he's got
we're-
and
at
I
least
watched
three.
broadcast news.
And broadcast news.
He's getting there.
He's getting there.
He's getting
He's
there.
getting there.
He's carving his own path.
Yeah, he's going to the beat of his own drum.
Yeah.
That's true. It's true.
Yeah. So, anyways, I saw the Criterion channel, and
Sure.
it was down to 2 movies, and I
All right.
knew
How many movies were on there?
From the looks of it, I think there was only like 3 or 4, and then there was like documentaries and stuff.
Mm.
Okay.
So the 2 movies that I was down to was a little film called George Washington by David Gordon Green,
Sure.
and the 1950 classic from Akira Kurosawa, Rashomon.
Kurosawa.
Akira Kurosawa.
Anyways,
So you were down to George Washington.
Yep.
Or Rashomon.
and Rashomon, but I had to find a way, but I didn't have time to check where it would fit into my list because I could like swap out a movie or something.
Sure.
So I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. I've never seen Rashomon. I'm going to do Rashomon.
Sure.
So on the plane home from Punta Cana, I watched Rashomon. And
So now you could talk about Rashomoning it.
exactly. Rashomon starts like, it's like have you guys ever heard of this film?
Heard
know
of
what
it.
it's about?
Vaguely. I've never
Everybody
seen
has
it.
heard of Rashomon, Tony.
James said that.
I've never seen it.
I've
But
never- I
I've
didn't
heard of
say-
it.
I didn't
heard
say
of
I've-
it.
I've
When I
seen
say
it.
have you heard of it, do you know what it's about?
Yeah.
Yes, I know what
yeah.
it's about.
Okay. So it's this court case and they're telling like multiple different angles of this crime that happened.
Yeah.
The first two stories are just like, whatever, like standard, you're kind of bored. And then all of a sudden a witch comes into play. Because they're just like, well, we need to get the opinion of the dead man. Well, how would we get that? He's dead.
Right.
Enter the witch. So this witch comes into the trial and basically speaks on behalf of the dead guy and recounts his side of the story. And then from then on, it just takes off.
Did you like it?
You know what? I wasn't really on board with it at first, but as soon as the witch came into play, I was just like, okay, now you're speaking my language. The writing is absolutely top notch. There's at least there's so many memorable lines that you can just pick out and you're just like, wow, that is, that still hits today. And just about like the fall of man and how men are liars and they're weak and,
Yeah.
women are substantially better than
Men
us.
are shitty. Yeah,
Yeah,
we get it.
that
We get it.
tracks.
That tracks.
That tracks, right?
That tracks. That's been the theme of this entire podcast since the beginning.
Exactly.
Men are trash.
I strongly recommend seeking it out. I wasn't
Sure.
a big Seven Samurai fan. I know Dave is. It's just too fucking long. You know me, man.
It's long.
It's literally the story that I've been telling on this podcast for a long time. I do not like long movies.
We watched it together.
We did.
We broke
And he
bread.
hated
We
it.
broke bread.
And
I
there
didn't
was-
say
there
I
was two-
hated it. I said I didn't like it that
We
much.
watched it so long ago that it was on 2 VHS tapes.
It was on
Oh my
TV.
God.
Yeah. God bless the library for letting us have that.
Big shout outs.
Big shout outs. I enjoyed Rashomon a lot better.
Nice.
What about on a scale of 1 to Yojimbo?
Ooh. It's been a long time since I've seen Yojimbo, but I think I might lean towards Yojimbo because
That's
it's
fair.
fucking Yojimbo.
It is Yojimbo.
This is fair.
But I just wanted to say 88-minute runtime for Rashomon.
That's nice.
It's literally breeze. You get in, you
That's
get
nice.
out, and you call it a day.
Yeah, that's nice of
I
them.
don't know how you can get in and get out when there's a witch involved.
Yeah,
Yeah. But do you guys want to hear the sad part of this story?
love to.
I couldn't fit Rashomon onto my list, so I literally watched it for no
Oh.
reason.
Hey, no, you watched it to watch a film from the Criterion Collection.
Why didn't
It
you
wasn't
just
for
put it
no
at
reason.
the end? What's your last one?
Bull Durham.
Oh, Bull Durham.
Swap out Bull Durham and put in Rashomon.
Nah. I've been after Bull Durham for a long time.
You could also join me. Do you have any other Kurosawa kicking on your list at all?
Just one.
Oh, then just slide Rashomon beside it. Like I did. What's it called? Who was it? It was Bill
Hader.
Hader's list.
And
So
that's
it was a back-to-back.
where it is. What I should have done was do because the two that he has from him
Yeah.
is High and Low
Yeah.
and Stray Dog or Straw Dog.
Straw Dog.
No, it's Stray Dog.
Stray Dog.
I was gonna say Straw Dogs is not
Straw
Kurosawa.
Dogs.
Definitely not. He has Stray Dog, and that one just sounds fucking amazing.
Sure.
So, but anyways, Rashomon, definitely seek it out.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll do that.
Yeah.
I'll do
I
that.
love that you're telling us to seek out a film from the
Seek it out from
50s.
1950.
1950s.
Well, I'm sure you could slide it in.
I think
We
I
could fit
have
it.
it on my
We could fit
list.
it.
Yeah.
I've
Well-
always wanted to see Rashomon.
Well, now's your time. Now's your chance.
now's my chance to watch Rashomon.
Yeah, this is it.
Also, another sad part to that story. If I just watched George Washington, I could have fit George Washington into the list.
I just don't understand how you could have possibly been down to George Washington or Rashomon.
Honestly,
I feel
he
like the
just,
selection wasn't all that great.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. And I
But
followed.
why wouldn't you watch something else then? Why
Well,
did
wait until you hear what I followed up Rashomon with.
What did you follow up Rashomon with?
I followed it up with The Black Phone.
Oh, you watched The Black Phone.
Yeah.
You hadn't seen it.
I had not seen it.
Oh.
And I followed it up with that. And, buddy,
Sure.
definitely not a movie you should watch on a plane.
Why?
Because it was just...
It's
I was just
unsettling?
real sad. I was just real
unsettling.
sad.
Oh, yeah.
I was real sad.
Yeah.
I
It
ate
is a little
popcorn
sad.
watching that. And I
And,
was like,
uh,
I shouldn't be eating popcorn.
I was eating
right
candy.
now.
I was at the drive-in.
Ooh,
Yeah.
piece of candy.
Yeah, that would have been a good one. Definitely would have been a good one to watch at the drive-in. I fucking loved that movie. That movie was great. I think Ethan Hawke did a hell of a job.
Oh fuck
He's
yeah,
so
man.
good.
That movie was really icky.
Yeah.
And I silent cheered because the guy beside me was sleeping. My wife and her mom and her boyfriend were in front of me, also sleeping. And I silent cheered, and it was so fucking vicious.
Yeah.
Vicious.
Yeah.
But like, shout out to that kid.
Naughty boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it took a little bit too long to get going.
That's fair.
Yeah, I was looking at at the time, and then there was literally like he gets kidnapped with like an hour left to go in the movie.
It takes a little bit of. There's a lot of setup.
Like rushed through the whole thing. It should have been like 10 minutes of setup. Like I don't really care that like what's his name, Jeremy Davies.
Yeah.
I don't care that he's an abusive father. Really don't care about that story.
That part really hurt.
Yeah,
and
it hurt hard. It hit me real hard.
Ew.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah, it was tough to watch.
But it's tough to watch.
I was just like, I wanted more of that, kind of diving into that.
Yeah, they just kind of left it
versus some of that supernatural bullshit.
Oh yeah, the supernatural stuff with like the sister and stuff. That was but like her going back to Jesus, like that one part when she's like, "What the fuck, Jesus? I fucking asked you to do this." And like,
great. That girl was great.
Chef's kiss on that scene.
No notes.
No notes. But less backstory, more of him fighting his way out of the basement. I feel like that's where the story should have.
I think that's what it should have been. I think it should have been. It should have started with him in the basement already.
Yeah,
and them looking for him. Now, no backstory. Get rid of it.
Yeah.
You don't need it.
No, you don't need it. That's not
at
the
some
story.
point,
At
some point you could have cut in. At some point you could have cut in how he got there. Like you could have remembered it or something. Like
keep.
No, but like
the opening,
even if
the opening is good, right?
Yeah.
Actually, you keep the opening the way it is, but the kid he kidnaps is the kid who's in the basement.
Yeah.
And then go from there.
Yeah.
Like you don't need any of the backstory stuff. And I think that's what brings down the movie for me is the backstory stuff that they don't really do anything with.
Yeah. It's just there.
I agree.
It's just there.
Yeah.
Like it's just there to make the movie more icky.
Yeah.
Which is fine because it's a really well done movie, and Ethan Hawke, Jesus fuck,
man,
he went as that guy for Halloween.
Yeah, I saw that.
He busted out the mask. It was like,
funny.
Oh man, that mask.
But yeah, that
was a creepy fucking mask, and he did so well.
I like this Ethan Hawke renaissance where he's like getting into like
Ethan Hawke-assance.
Not quite the Hawke-assance, but like he's getting into like these weird roles because he
weird
realized
character roles.
He's not because he realized he's not a leading man.
Yeah.
Like he never was, and they tried to make him a lead, and he's not.
They did,
he's better as a supporting character.
Yeah, every time I saw a movie that was like leading with Ethan Hawke, I was like, this is gonna be a piece of shit, isn't it?
Like like some people are just born to be supporting characters.
Yeah. That's fine.
And he's terrific as a supporting character.
Yeah, absolutely.
But most of his lead stuff
terrifying as this villain. Oh my god.
Most of his lead outside
to think he doesn't do villains, right? Like I hope this like opens up a new like avenue for him.
Yeah.
Like before trilogy notwithstanding, but that doesn't that's just like a two that's a two for anywhere, a two-hander. But I'm glad you saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that a long time ago.
Same.
Well, I'm starting to catch up. boys.
I love when you catch up.
It's a good one.
That should have been your catch-up minute.
Yeah. That should have been in my catch-up minute. But
Journey.
I'll have more for next time. I feel like next show I'll have a lot for the catch-up minute.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we all see Terrifier 2 by then, because that's the only movie anybody's fucking talking about. But
all right, so I guess I got to finish that one.
Yeah, you should.
All right.
Barbarian. We need to talk about Barbarian.
But Tony hasn't seen Barbarian.
I don't care. I'm going to spoil the whole damn thing.
Can I say the movie that I did watch on the plane?
Yes,
I watched it on my iPad.
Yes, please do.
I did watch Close Encounters of the Third Kind, or if you're a Zack and Miri fan, Close Encounters of the Turd from Behind.
Fair.
I like that title better.
Right? No, I liked it. I thought it. I don't know. I liked a lot of the visual design better than I think some of the ET design.
Fair.
It just ship-wise.
Yeah,
I thought it was much cooler.
Pretty lights.
Yeah, a lot of pretty lights. But like I thought, like the story, it was. I just really enjoyed it. I have no complaints about the movie. I just had a really good time watching it and watching it all unfold. And
it's been a long time since I've seen it.
Yeah. I mean, it's like the dialogue's kind of and like some of the acting is also kind of but like the effects are great.
You're not a big Richard Dreyfuss fan?
Yeah, he's fine. It was fine. But like the effects were great.
Yeah.
And like it was really cool what they were able to pull off, and like it was all practical, obviously.
Which
a lot of
version did you
miniature work.
watch?
I don't know why.
Well, one of the version. Well, I don't care if Tony.
I've seen it.
Okay, you know how he gets on the ship at the end?
Yeah.
And then it goes away?
Yeah.
There's one version where you see what's on the ship.
Oh, so it wasn't that version.
Okay.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So I watched whatever that one was.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
Well, I'm
yeah.
glad you
And
watched
I
it.
enjoyed it. I really, really
Was that
enjoyed
the
it.
first time you saw it, or is
Yeah.
that? Oh, that was the first
I
time.
have that on 4K.
Nice.
Worth it on 4K.
I have a ridiculous Spielberg collection on 4K now.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Because that was my quick plane minute. Barbarian.
Barbarian.
I watched it last night.
I watched it on Halloween.
I watched it last night in 4K HDR on Disney Plus with Atmos. Oh no, 5.1.
Disney Plus
Nice.
Star.
Disney Plus Star. Yes.
I just love that the parent council goes nuts about some of like the Marvel stuff.
Yeah.
In the States, they're like, Disney's for families. It's for
Yeah.
family entertainment. It's like, do you know what's on Disney Plus in other countries?
A lot. A lot.
Like when The Fly is on the homepage.
Yeah.
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 But man, Barbarian. So I did my best to avoid everything I could about Barbarian, and the internet was very nice to me. All I kept hearing was very good things, but no one ever spoiled anything. The only thing I knew,
right?
the only thing I knew about this movie was that Justin Long was in it. That is it. That is all somehow I knew about it. And holy shit, man.
Yeah.
It was the Malignant of this year.
Yeah.
That's what I keep fucking hearing.
It's very
Holy
Malignant.
shit.
It's not
Yeah.
as fun as Malignant.
No, it's
was,
not.
But it's
Malignant was silly fun, but
Yeah.
This one's just like, oh.
a lot of people are comparing it to Fresh as well.
Yeah, maybe.
All right.
It's best experience blind, and like
Yeah.
James, I knew Justin Long was in it. I didn't know that Skarsgård was in it.
Yeah, I had no idea.
All I know is literally Justin Long and Bill Skarsgård's in it.
I
and
did
that's it.
not know he was in it.
I had no idea.
So when he
showed up, I was like, "Oh,
cool!
this guy's in it."
Yeah.
This guy's here."
Yeah.
And I knew there was a bit with measuring tape.
Okay.
And the measuring tape bit, I get. Mad respect, I get it. I get it, Justin Long. I totally get it.
Yeah.
And just
They measure dick sizes, obviously, right?
yeah,
totally.
that's what it is. That's
Makes
what it is.
sense.
Yeah. And it's another icky movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more icky than it is vicious. It gets vicious at certain
It's
points.
vicious, but it's icky when you figure out what has been happening.
yeah.
Like
Okay.
why it, like the actual like behind, like the context
is it
for it is
terrifying
like
at all?
It's a little scary.
It's
it
a
has
little
moments.
scary.
It has
Has its
moments.
moments?
Yeah.
Would you compare it to? I'm only saying this because I got fucked out of watching this because it was deemed too scary to be watched at night.
Okay, I wouldn't go that far.
Okay.
I wouldn't go that far.
Okay.
I watched it
I'm
last
just-
night.
I'm just
I watched it
throwing-
literally last night
Yeah.
in my basement in the dark, and
I'm just throwing shade at my wife because we were supposed to watch this on Halloween night.
You just need
Yeah.
to hook up your 75 TVs in the basement.
Yeah.
Hook them up.
Yep.
And watch shit in the basement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all you need to do.
Yeah.
That's all you need to do. But
That was a me. Yeah.
it
Basement.
definitely subverts your expectations, and
Oh,
it
yeah.
plays into personas,
Yeah.
which I think was the way it plays into certain personas is
Yeah.
very interesting.
Okay.
And I don't know how it'll work on a second watch now that
Yeah.
you know where all the fun comes.
Yeah.
But it's a solid horror picture that
Yeah.
I enjoyed the hell out of watching, and
Yeah.
I'm sure it would have played like gangbusters in a theater.
Oh yeah. Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
Fantastic. All right.
Because
I do.
there's some moments where there's some pivot swaps, and you're just like,
Oh.
okay.
Yeah. I will. This is going to be for Dave only, and it's not a spoiler, and only Dave will understand this. I have a lot of structural questions, though.
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
You'll understand. when you
Structural
watch.
as in like how the house is
You'll
standing.
you will
You'll get it,
understand.
You'll
You will
understand.
understand.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
I could be talking about building structure, but I also could be talking about story structure. You don't know.
I
You'll
get
figure it out.
I get it.
Or Justin Long's penis from like the
Or,
measuring.
yes,
Yeah.
or,
The
yeah,
structure. Yeah.
Correct.
his kickstand in
There's
his
His
just
pants,
kickstand. Yeah.
There's just one
He
thing.
doesn't. They don't call him Justin Long for no reason.
There's just one thing I need to ask.
Yeah.
Genuinely.
Yeah.
When you rent an Airbnb.
Yeah.
Or like
Whatever. Yeah.
a house
Sure.
share, whatever. do you just look up the directions to it, or do you kind of like map it out and kind of look at what's around it, so you have like landmarks?
I
so you
street
can find
view
it?
that shit, man.
Yeah, I would street view it too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I think this is just a good PSA for that kind of activity.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
makes sense.
always look where you're going.
Yeah.
Always.
Don't be surprised.
Always.
Don't be surprised.
Don't
Okay.
be surprised.
Don't be surprised when you go for an interview and your person's like, "You're living where?"
Yeah. Don't be surprised.
Yeah. What the fuck? Like,
You'll get there.
Anyway,
You'll understand.
you'll understand.
I'm
You'll
gonna try.
understand.
I'm gonna try. I'm aiming to see this and Bullet Train this week. If I can see those
Ooh.
two,
Bullet Train's
then-
fun.
Yeah,
Bullet Train is fun.
It's
Yeah.
fun. It's just fun.
it's just fun.
It's
Okay.
just fun.
Don't expect a lot from it.
Yeah,
Just
I
go have
wasn't-
some fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wacky.
Yeah.
All right.
And Brad Pitt is like zany.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's zany. I do like zany.
Brad Pitt.
But also very zen. I felt very at
Yes,
peace
he's
with
also
him.
very zen.
Yeah.
He's also
I
very
liked
zen.
that.
And there's just a lot of talk about Percy from Thomas the Train.
Oh, so much Thomas the
Fucking
Train lore.
Percy.
Oh my gosh.
Like I'm not kidding, Tony. If you like cut it down, there's at least like 20 minutes on Percy on just Thomas the Train.
20% of that film is Thomas the Tank Engine lore.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it so
Yeah,
much.
and
How
apparently
they
it-
worked it in, I don't know.
Apparently it was
No.
in the book because it's a book, right?
Mhm.
Apparently it was in the book.
Brilliant. I want to
Very
read the book
nice.
now, actually. I feel like it might be a little bit even more fun than the movie was.
Maybe.
I'll check it out. I'll report back.
You'll report back?
Yeah.
Before we get to the Shudder Minute, which is going to be one of our new recurring segments.
Yeah.
Thanks to our good friends at Shudder.
Thanks to our good friends at Shudder.
Big shout outs.
I was just going to briefly discuss with Tony the Triangle of Sadness.
Ooh,
Which
the
I
triangle of
finally-
sadness.
I finally watched. There was like 20 of us in the theater, and I sat in the back, and
Amazing.
I had a good chuckle. I chortled. I chortled quite a bit.
It's
is
a fun
that, is
time.
that the correct
It's a-
reaction for
It
that?
is a fun time.
It's
That was a fun movie.
somebody at friend of the podcast, Matt Layden, asked me what I thought of the film, and I called it a journey,
It is a journey.
and I really feel like that just sums up that movie. Just
Yeah,
it's a journey.
it's a journey. Yeah.
It's a journey.
Did you appreciate that opening bit in the when they were doing the modeling?
Oh yeah,
and
it
they were trying to critique his walk.
Oh yeah, when they were critiquing his walk, and when it was it BCBG face or H&M? Like
yeah,
that was fun.
yeah.
That was fun too.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's
I
a
like that.
lot of like biting satire in this movie.
Oh, it's dripping.
And
It's dripping with satire.
It's like, again, we use the word bleak to talk about
Little Shop.
Little Shop. Like, I feel like this movie is just like, is there a word that's lower than bleak? Because it's fucking like
Depressing?
It's no,
It's
it's
not
it's
depressing.
shotgun blast because you're
Oh.
literally like, it's
Oh.
like it's full of like daddy hit mommy moments because like
Oh.
you're literally like, did that just come out of their mouth?
Oh.
Like,
And like nobody is safe in this movie. They're making fun of influencers. They're making fun of like millionaires. They're
God.
making fun of like crew.
the one percenter,
1%,
high
yeah,
class
the
people.
99%, the haves,
Yeah.
the have-nots. Like nobody's safe in this movie.
No, man, it's not.
and it just
Are you
James,
sad?
the centerpiece of the film, because most of it takes place on a yacht,
Yeah.
and the centerpiece of the film is the captain's dinner.
keep
And
in mind the captain is Woody
it's
Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson. And
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
a
basically
very drunken.
he's basically
Woody Harrelson.
playing Woody Harrelson.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's Woody playing Woody.
Sure.
Like shout out to Woody.
Yeah.
He's great. I
Just-
love Woody.
I'm
Harrelson.
campaigning for supporting actor for sure.
Woody?
For
For
Woody.
Woody. So he won't. He's not showing up the whole week that they're on this yacht.
Yeah.
And then they're like, okay, you have to show up for the captain's dinner because you're the captain.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, we'll do it on Thursday. And he's like, well, there's supposed to be bad weather on Thursday.
We
He's
strongly
like,
suggest you not do it on
"No,
Thursday.
like any day but Thursday. He's like, nah,
Yeah.
Thursday's good.
It's great.
And Thursday comes, and just
hilarity ensues.
hilarity ensues.
Amazing.
And like the camera is like on angles, and just like he's totally fine, but everyone else is not.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And it just I don't know how long this scene goes on for.
Yeah.
But holy
It
Jesus.
seems like forever.
Oh, fun.
Holy
Yeah.
Jesus.
And it's
just
literally just like keeps topping itself. It's like, where does it go from here? And it finds a way. It finds
my
a way.
God.
Like I just couldn't. I
Yeah.
literally sat there and just in disbelief. I was like, okay, I guess yeah. All right. Well, this is high art, but like, I don't know if this is high art.
Yeah, yeah.
Like this won the Palme d'Or, really?
Wow.
I've
Really?
never seen anything else from this director. Like
Yeah.
I haven't seen The Square or what was the other one? Force Majeure.
Force Majeure, but you did see the remake of Force Majeure.
Yes, I did, but that was
fun.
nothing like Force Majeure.
Force majeure, yeah.
So I have nothing really to compare to. I hear that The Square is completely off the walls too, so I'd be interested in seeing that.
Sure.
You want to talk about bleak? Apparently, Force Majeure is fucking bleak as hell.
Fun.
So this is definitely a director you should keep an eye out for.
Yeah.
Cool.
And just, I think, to your point, you told me this back in September, was that it gets to a point and then it kind of deflates.
Oh, it kind of deflates. Yeah,
It kinda deflates,
that third act kind of kills the movie.
Like
a
it's
little
fine.
bit.
It's fine. It just goes on a little too long.
Yeah,
Right.
Like it could have
absolutely.
been tightened up a little bit.
For sure.
Like even taking like 5 minutes out of it
Yeah.
to tighten it up
Yeah.
would probably improve it, because it just kind of just goes on and on.
I understand
And when the
why it's like
punchline
that.
comes,
Yeah.
it's the punchline is amazing, but
Mhm.
it's like
But it's a journey to get to that punchline.
it just takes a long time to get to that fucking punchline.
Yeah.
And it has one of my favorite scenes in that entire movie. I think my favorite scene is during that third act.
Oh yeah.
I think it is, and it's just like it's such a savage moment, and you're just like, of course that's what you would do, you sick son of a bitch.
It was at the beginning, right?
I'll tell you later what
All
it
right.
was.
All
I'll tell
right.
you later.
I think I know what part you're talking about because I said the same thing.
I'll tell you later.
Yeah.
I'll tell you later. Someone is crying and hugging their loved one. Yeah, you get
Nice.
it.
I
You
get it.
You
It's
get it.
savage. It's savage.
I'll
Yeah, it's
understand
savage.
one day.
You'll
You'll
understand.
understand one day.
And that other bit that I told you about the other day about the arms dealers.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that, like it's just, you need to see it.
Yeah.
It's
Definitely
will.
seek
I
this
will.
one
I
out.
will.
It was one of my favorites at TIFF.
Yeah.
And I wanted to see it with Dave, and I didn't get a
Okay.
chance to.
I got some time this week.
Yeah.
I'll squeak it in.
Yeah, definitely.
and I don't know if I liked watching. I liked Holy Spider more,
Mhm.
so I'm glad I
Mhm.
got to see Holy Spider on the IMAX screen.
Yeah.
But maybe I should have watched Triangle of Sadness, but I didn't want to take the gamble on it like you
no,
did.
and
Yeah.
Holy Spider was definitely a
It's like
sight.
holy shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, before we go on to our before Shutter, there was a trailer for EO,
Oh, fun.
the donkey film.
Yeah, the donkey film.
At when I saw Triangle of Sadness.
Yeah.
And at the Playhouse, props to the Playhouse because I
Big
love the
shout-outs.
Playhouse. It's shot in 4:3, so it's there and it looks great and stuff.
Yeah.
But because me and Tony saw it in the IMAX,
Yeah.
like there's just nothing that's ever going to top that.
Oh,
because
yeah, I
the
know.
IMAX is perfect
It's
for
4:3.
4:3.
Yeah. Yeah. You get the tallness of it, right?
Yeah. It's perfect for
Yeah.
4:3. So watching it in a theater, I was like,
Oh,
eh.
yeah.
Kind of looks like shit.
Yeah. I'll wait for home, I guess, for EO then.
Oh, you should still go. If it comes out,
If it comes out, okay.
if it comes out, you should give it a shot because
Okay.
it's another one that needs to be seen to be believed.
All
Tony
right.
didn't believe me, but now that he saw it, he believes me.
Buddy,
made a believer.
what's the donkey's name? EO, right?
EO, yeah.
Yeah.
EO.
Best actor, right there. Brendan Fraser, like watch out this fucking donkey.
What about Jenny and Banshees of Inisherin?
Nah. EO's better.
Jenny's pretty good.
Yeah,
Don't
Jenny's
you-
supporting actress for Jenny, obviously.
Don't tell you anything about Banshees, man. Don't kill me.
Buddy,
I will
Banshees.
see
It's out. Go see
Great.
it.
That's this week for me.
Go see it. What are you doing right now? You're recording a podcast?
It's,
Stop. Go.
all right.
It's a
I'm-
fucking good time.
I'm going.
Fucking good time,
Going.
boys.
You could probably squeak it in tonight after we
probably.
finish.
Shit.
So the Shutter Minute,
The Shutter Minute.
brought to you by our good friends at Shutter.
Our best friends at Shudder.
Best friends at Shutter. So this movie, it's called Mandrake. The embargo is up tomorrow, so by the time this drops, we'll be free and clear.
See,
Tell us about Mandrake, Tony.
Mandrake is about a probation officer named Kathy She is tasked with rehabilitating a notorious killer named Bloody Mary
Fair.
Laidlaw.
Fair.
Rehabilitating her back in society following a 2-decade-long sentence. She's like kind of in the country. She's just, the officer's just like trying to rehabilitate her, bring her back into society, kind of thing. What I just said, and then hilarity ensues.
Why would they let her out if she's a serial killer?
Well, it's all about in Europe. It's not about locking them up. It's about rehabilitating them.
But you can't fix broken.
Yeah, you can't fix broken, but that's what it is.
Okay. Okay.
It's a folk horror movie.
Sure.
Pagan, like that pagan stuff.
Sure.
I didn't really like it only because like folk horror, pagan, like it's that pagan nonsense. Kind of like what did it remind me of? Kill List. If you saw that from Ben Wheatley.
I did not.
The Witch.
The Witch is another one. The Vivitch.
Just got it on 4K.
Of course you did, you fucking fuck. What don't you have on 4K at this point?
Lots of things, James.
I know, so many things.
The Abyss, True Lies.
Ooh, The Abyss. That would be a good one.
While we're talking about The Abyss, like we need to get that in 4K. Like fuck me.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Jimmy,
let's go.
Where are you? Where you listening, Jimmy?
Yeah.
Not you, Jimmy.
No,
Jimmy Cameron.
Oh yeah.
Jimmy Cameron.
Yo,
what are you doing?
Jimmy Cameron with him?
Dave's on talking Jimmy Cameron.
Jimmy Cameron?
terms.
Not Jim, not James. Jimmy Cameron.
Jim. Holler at your boy. We want The Abyss.
Also, can you also just like reach out to PJ? Get Peter Jackson to finish Meet the Feebles, man. I need it so badly. I'm sick of the VHS quality. I need the 4K remaster.
I don't think you're even going to recognize it.
It's going to look completely different without all the scratch marks.
It's not even VHS quality, James. It's
Beta?
like taped off a beta tape quality.
As you can tell, this movie was pretty forgettable.
Yeah,
it sounds
we've just completely moved on, and Tony didn't care.
We've just completely moved on from this. Definitely do not seek it out.
Okay.
But I must admit, if you're into the folk horror and you're into witchcraft and all that fun, happy horse shit.
Sure.
All right.
Fun, happy horse shit.
That's not how I would describe witchcraft, but
All right.
cool.
Definitely seek it out if you're into that.
Live your dream, Tony.
Live your dream. The two leads, the female who plays the probation officer, she's really good.
Cool.
But I will say the actress that plays Bloody Mary is completely unhinged, and
cool.
She's fucking terrifying.
Fair.
I watched this at 6:30 in the morning.
All right then.
The time when man, daylight savings, it fucks with everybody.
Yeah.
So I was up at 6:30 and I watched it. And probably why I didn't like it, because you don't watch, an Irish folklore horror movie at 6:30 in the morning.
Sure.
But it was in English, or was it in Gaelic, like that other one that we saw?
Oh, The Feast?
Yeah.
No, this was in English. It was in English. You could understand them. They had their thick Irish accents, but it was decent.
Okay. It was Gaelic, right? That was The Feast?
It was Welsh.
It was Welsh.
It was Welsh.
Welsh. Yeah. Sorry, Welsh. Yes, it was in Welsh.
And that's the Shutter Minute.
Awesome. And that's the Shutter Minute. Well done.
Awesome.
Well done. Thank you to our
big shout outs.
Big shout outs to Shutter.
Honestly, if we could start calling this Finger Guns with Tony, Dave, and James, brought to you by Shutter,
just do it up.
Can we email them? Do you think if we just shot our shot and we're
shoot our shot,
just send them an email? They've been good.
They've been good to us.
You guys have been giving us screeners. We literally have a Shutter minute in our episodes now. Do you think?
Maybe
let's
let's add a couple more Shutter minutes.
Yeah.
Before we ask
Okay.
We can't just go
in
off
the new
one.
year. In the new year. Yeah, okay.
Definitely.
But also Shutter, if someone from Shutter listens to this, please reach out. You can fingergunstdj@gmail.com. Just send us an email and let's hook this up.
You're a little too thirsty.
Such a plug.
Yeah.
You are a little too thirsty.
Yeah. You can also just now that it's on the episode, anybody can just email me, I guess. I'm the one that monitors that mailbox, so
you're a little
cool,
too
man.
thirsty.
Oh my God.
I'm here for fan mail.
I'm just gonna send you miscellaneous dick pics now, just for fun.
Please don't register us for I don't want like enlarge your penis emails 8 times a day, please.
Are we ready for our main event?
We are ready.
The main course.
For the main course, the main event.
The feast.
And tonight we are going to be talking about the Netflix mega hit Enola Holmes 2.
Enola Holmes numero dos. But also, can we also talk about Enola Holmes too?
Yeah, I thought this was like a double feature kind of
We
thing.
can just talk. We'll talk mainly about the second one, but we all watched the first one.
Yeah,
which
I want to talk. I want to talk about the first one and then talk about the second one.
Absolutely.
Because I'd never seen the first one, and then obviously never saw the second one.
This is a mega hit franchise for Netflix, correct?
Huge.
Yes.
Just a
Huge.
monster.
Just a monster.
Like, they're definitely making another one after this.
This is
for sure, and
this is
definitely a
like-
spin-off.
Yeah.
This is like Red Notice levels of huge.
Yeah. Well, it's cheap.
10,000,
At least
8
it's cheap.
bajillion hours watched.
At least it's cheaper. Fuck.
Is it though?
Is it?
Is it
Than
cheaper?
Red Notice?
Oh yeah, I
Yes.
guess because of the stars.
The
Yeah, that's
stars,
right.
Yeah,
That's
and
right,
it
that's right.
doesn't look like dog shit.
True.
Enola Holmes did look like soundstage central. I
Yeah.
will say
I
that.
didn't think that.
Look at it again. Look again.
I watched it in 4K HDR. I don't think it looked too soundstagey.
I did.
I
not.
think it looked, the first film, I think it looked like a movie that got bought by Netflix,
yes.
and they just, and it wasn't the final cut, but they're like, we don't need to fix it. Cool.
Yeah.
That's what I
an
got
accurate
from it.
statement.
That yeah. I mean, I'm sorry though, but like I will say that just to preface before we even talk about the second one, I did like the second one more than the first one.
Oh.
Not by much, but ever so slightly, and I think it's because they just kind of they fixed a few things in the second one that
You
were
mean she
bugging
didn't?
me.
She didn't take every 30 seconds to
Oh
fucking look at
my
the camera?
God,
Because that was the first thing I
like-
noticed about the second one.
She still
You-
talked to it.
She still talked to it, but it wasn't like she was making friends with it.
You don't like fuck me, man. Like you don't have the charisma or the wherewithal of Deadpool to pull off that much fourth wall breaking.
She's so sweet and so
I don't
lovely.
fucking care.
And she's using your actual accent.
For
Millie
sure.
Bobby Brown.
For sure.
Come on, man.
For sure. What took me completely out of it though is after she meets Viscount Tewksbury, Marquis of Blair Castle, whatever the fuck his name is, because it's ridiculous and it's always said in full.
She just calls him Tewksbury later.
Viscount Tewksbury, Marquis of Blair Castle, whatever the fuck his stupid
I just
name
love that
is.
she keeps referring to him as a nincompoop.
Oh my god.
Best
But,
parts.
okay, so after they escape the train
Yeah.
and they're heading towards London, and he's like, "Well, maybe we should. Can I come with you?" And like whatever, he's just like, "Oh," and I'm like, she's like, "I'm expecting a thank you or something," and he's like, "For what?" And then she just like looks at the camera and gives like a, "Can you believe this guy?" look, and I was just like,
She does that a lot.
"Why?
Yeah.
Why? I'm fine with the inner monologue bits. I get some of that, but like, man,
I do like that they changed that from the first one to the second one, and they
Yes.
did it more voiceover kind of thing. That worked in its favor.
yes."
I'm trying to figure out what his full name is.
Viscount Tewksbury, Marquis of. it's just the B. It's the last bit. Blair Castle.
I don't know. Keep
Blair
going.
Hill?
Keep talking,
I don't
keep
know.
talking. Because they keep Viscount Lord Tewksbury, but they don't say the rest.
The rest of his full fucking stupid name. Yeah. I gotta. I think it was a good choice to also get rid of. Fuck. Hang on. What's his name?
Minecraft.
Thank you, Mycroft.
Minecraft.
I'm happy that they got rid of him.
Yeah, he was a wet blanket.
Marquise of Basilweather.
Basil Weather. Thank you. That's it.
Basilweather.
Viscount Tewksbury,
they didn't
Marquis of Basil Weather.
They didn't get rid of him. He wasn't able to. It was a scheduling problem.
Yeah, that's fine. He didn't need to be in the second part
No,
of this.
Yeah, you don't miss him at all.
No, you don't. You don't.
No part of me was like, oh, you know what? I wonder what Mycroft is up to. Fuck him.
being a wet blanket
being
in
a
the
piece
corner.
of shit.
Yeah.
you don't. He's really
such
good.
a piece of shit.
He's
Yeah.
good at it.
He's good at being a piece of
He's
shit.
good at
He's
it,
good at being a
but
piece of shit.
because he's always so sweet.
Yeah,
But
that's true.
Sam Claflin.
Claflin? Sure.
I'm not going to pronounce his last name.
Yeah, all right.
He's always such a sweetie, and he's a piece of dog shit in that movie.
Yeah. Yeah, he is. It's something.
But all of this to say, the first film is like Enola Holmes begins,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
and then the
It's
second
rough.
one,
It's
she's
pretty
more,
rough.
The second one, she's trying to establish herself.
Yeah. Also, I do like Henry Cavill as Sherlock Holmes. In the second one more.
In the second one more.
liked
I
him
feel
a
like
lot
they gave
more.
I feel like they gave him a little bit more to shine
Yeah.
in the second one.
It's because they cut out Mycroft.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
they give him the room to breathe.
Exactly.
Well, he's also not like wacky.
Yeah.
Sherlock.
He's not doing a whole bunch of Witcher grunts too the entire fucking movie like Enola Holmes. He's just like stop. Like
he is better in that film.
Yeah.
But I did like the first one better. I thought it was there was a little more charm to it. I think the second one was trying to do a few too many things. I'm also very much unsure of the tone of these films.
Yeah, I don't know what it's going for.
I don't know what it's going for because
is it a comedy?
Like it's funny, but then it's like violent as hell. Like she gets like they try to like Buddy tries to drown her, and it's brutal.
Yeah. Although I will say, coming back to that drowning moment, because I think it's like,
and she like winks at the camera. That's weird.
Yeah,
super fucking.
But
weird.
shortly, it's. Is it shortly after that she lights the fuse or whatever and blows up that factory or whatever, and she's like
shortly after. Yeah.
We're talking about the first one or the second one?
The first one.
Okay.
And then she's like running through and like the fucking like all the ashes and embers are coming across. That shot was fucking cool. I was like, wow, that's really good. And like one like brush, she just like brushes one out of her face and was like, this is cool. I liked that. That was a really cool VFX effect. I didn't have a lot to say, but also. Yeah, to your point though, like, yeah, it's trying to be funny, but also even like the mystery in that first one, Jesus, like,
and the second one,
and
the second one,
the second one. Oof.
I think my issue with the first one and then the second one as well is that in the books she's supposed to be 14, not 16 or 17 type thing.
Yeah,
so she's 16, 17 because that's how old Millie Bobby Brown is, but it's like she's acting like she's younger.
Yeah,
and they're doing like they're doing the will they, won't they?
Yeah,
but if they were older, the sensuality of those scenes would make more sense.
Yeah,
but why like? They're acting like they're 14. They're acting like they're children. Still not teenagers.
Mm-hmm.
So both films, I thought it was super weird. And then I'm also like, is this a children's film? Is this for young? Like if it's for young adults, that's fine. But then like the brutality of it is also like,
that drowning scene was intense.
The drowning scene's intense, and somebody gets murdered.
Yeah,
and she gets framed for murder, and it's she's framed for murder.
Also, big shout outs to David Thewlis for.
Oh, he was great.
Oh man, he was
David
great.
Thewlis.
He was great.
He was great. He was great.
I really liked him.
But both films, I think, have a problem ending.
Oh yeah,
there's like 3 or 4 separate endings in both films. Oh man,
the fucking first one, like it just needed to end. Me and Melissa were just watching it, and we're like, I checked tried to check the thing, and there was like fucking 35 minutes left. I'm like, what the fuck else can you say?
The same thing happens in the other one. You know, like they dispelled all the myth, they figured everything out, whatever. Moriarty,
and then
yada
there's
yada
like
yada.
25 minutes left to go.
I was like, where is this going?
Yeah.
It's like wrap it up. But then they also have the scenes that where it's like, okay, that's the ending. Oh, and then it keeps going.
Yeah.
And then it ends
here
again.
It is. This is it. Oh no.
And then it ends again. And just, I think she's very good. And to your point, there was a little less of the back and forth with the camera and the flashbacks.
They cleaned
in the second one. It's clean. It's cleaner.
Oh man.
Yes.
It's cleaner from a filmmaking standpoint. I think the second one is cleaner.
Yeah, it's cleaner.
But it's not, I think, from a story and an acting perspective, I think the first one's better.
Okay.
I like the first one better.
Yeah.
Like as a whole, but I think it's a clean. I think the second one is a cleaner movie.
Yeah. I got 3 things, but the first is I kind of agree with you, and I feel like I didn't like it as much because the filmmaking just like really turned me off from the first one, and I was just like, I can't.
Yeah,
I really can't. Like, it made it harder for me to connect with it in any way. So it just didn't work for me because I was already out of it by the time.
So we really are talking about both films. Okay.
Yeah, we really are. We really are.
Okay, go.
But and now I lost my point. What was I going with this?
Yes,
the flashbacks in the first one. Why the fuck am I flashing back to something I literally just saw?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, remember this? Yes, I was there. You showed it to me in full. Why am I watching it again?
I love that.
Like, oh, yes, he was in the luggage. I remember I was there. Yes, thank you. Some of the other flashbacks, whatever, like you're just like learning about how she grew up and you're piecing that together with Helena Bonham Carter, which sure.
I just can't see her as anyone but Bellatrix Lestrange.
Yeah,
so it's weird.
It's at this point, yeah, it's kind of over.
It's
And
weird.
especially
See,
because she
you-
had like kind of messed up hair this whole time anyway. And
it's
just
just
oh.
like it's like she's done like so much gothic shit with Tim Burton.
Yeah.
And she was Bellatrix, and it's kind of like when she's like playing a good person, you're like,
The moment you said it back in a time period of then, you're just like, yeah, I can't.
I can't. Like, she's great, but I can't.
I love that you bring up Bellatrix because every time I see her on screen, I always think of Marla from fucking Fight Club.
Oh,
That's
sure.
fair.
Yeah, you could do Marla. Yeah.
You could do Marla, but I just think of just like Tim Burton and fucking Bellatrix because
Yeah.
she's so good as Bellatrix.
Yeah, absolutely.
She's so good, and she's a great actress, and she seems like she's kind of shoehorned into the first movie, not as much in the second. She's a little more.
She has a little bit more room to breathe in the second one.
I think that's just like because they got rid of Mycroft.
Yeah.
They just
There's
gave
just
everyone else
more.
time,
They
yeah.
gave everyone else the time to breathe.
Yeah, exactly.
and stuff to do. And that was the other thing that bothered me about the first one too, is like you were solving two mysteries at once. And it felt like the mom one was just like, oh, it'll solve itself.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. Don't worry about it. Just, it's a mystery, but it's not the real mystery. The real mystery is Viscount Tewkesbury's shit, which, sure. My third point,
If you're going to say his name, you need to say
Viscount Tewkesbury, Marquis of Basilweather.
Basilweather. Get it right.
Basil.
Basil,
Anyway.
Basil, it's all the same.
The third point, because Tony and I were kind of, I think we were talking about it or we messaged. Oh, yeah, you were asking me because I was saying how I liked Henry Cavill as Sherlock in the second one. There was that moment where they're in the woods and that fight scene happens with the policeman and David Thewlis.
Yes.
And then they do that fucking like punch. And it does like a freeze frame every like forever. Like,
Oh, yeah.
and I was just
yeah.
like, I feel like I've seen this done a lot better, and I don't know why this is happening. Like, why?
I definitely enjoyed Robert Downey Jr. fucking like doing like the math,
His
about
calculation,
his calculations of how to hit the person, and then slowing it down, and him actually,
Yeah.
And that's what I was gonna say. What I was gonna say about the second one too. The second one tries too hard to be like those Guy Ritchie Sherlock movies.
A
I
little
thought they
bit.
both were.
first
Not so
one-
much the first
one's a little
more
more tee-hee.
Yeah.
but more so the second one, because the second one with like the way they did like the flashbacks, the slowdowns and stuff, all I was thinking about was
And she's running away from being captured at
Yeah.
the very
Yeah.
beginning of the movie.
exactly.
Yeah, and then we had to Rosh him on it, and then of course you get cheeky. You were here for this part. Yes, I know. I was here. You called it out. Frustrating.
I think it was a tighter, better looking movie.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it looked more polished.
Well, because
Mine-
they probably had more money this time.
I don't think it was even a money issue, Tony. I think it was literally I
Just
said
took
at the
time
beginning,
to do it.
they just
Yeah.
took the time to do it.
Yeah.
Because the first one, you can see the visual effects are not finished.
No.
Yeah.
It looks very unfinished. Everything looks great, but it looks unfinished.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it looks like they were literally like, hey, we'll take this off your hands, and then they didn't bother doing anything with it.
Yeah.
And then the second one, they took the time to,
Well, because they had
finish
to
it
actually
off.
do it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
right? Because it looks a lot better, but it, like, the sets are still very similar.
Yeah.
So, and like her chemistry with Lord What's His Nuts is great. They're both very good.
Basil Weather.
Basil Weather.
Lord Tewkesbury, Marquis of Basilweather.
That and in the
that guy.
that
They
fucking
do
guy.
they do very well in both films, and the will they won't they in the second one when they're dancing is very.
Oh yeah. I
That's
also
interesting.
feel like I learned a lot about like turn of the century courting.
Courting, yeah.
Like I didn't
Oh
realize,
yeah, I was like,
didn't
what
realize
the fuck?
I like the stern, angry argument about needing a chaperone. That was fucking. I was like, oh. And then I didn't understand. I always thought my dance card is full was an expression. No, there was a literal fucking card that you had to sign to say that. You
Hey
were
man,
gonna,
there
I
was no
like,
there was no phones back
really?
there. You can't like text message. You got to remember your dance
No,
partner.
Yeah, I understand that, but you could like go and like preemptively fill your slot with the person and be like, "Ooh, the last waltz, that one's mine," and like sign the card.
I
Like,
wish we
what
could
is
do that
that?
now. I would bring back a dance. Can we bring back the dance card? Because that
You
would be
could.
great.
You could. You want to get some stuffy ball gowns out too?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know how to
buddy.
waltz, Dave?
I'm gonna learn.
He'll figure it out.
I got a guy.
You got a guy? Like, I'm gonna if I get
His
my
name's Gordon. He's fucking incredible. He'll teach you how to ballroom.
If we get
Friend of the podcast.
if we get
Friend of the
dance
podcast, Gordon
cards,
Fong.
if we get dance cards back, buddy, I will learn how to waltz.
All right. I'll hold you to that. I'll go dancing with you.
You heard it first here, folks.
Dave and I are gonna go learn to dance together.
I'm good with it. I'm good with it.
That's super cute.
I'm gonna lead though.
Obviously, you have to lead. Dave's not leader in this case.
You're right. Like, you have to lead. That makes
excellent.
sense. That makes
Excellent.
sense.
And another thing I want to bring up about the second one, they were
Sure.
obviously planting seeds now because they're just like, okay, this movie's big. We need to branch out.
Sure.
The whole like Moriarty. And then you have that moment and be like, oh my God. Right?
Oh, and now they're both on the case.
And now they're both on
I
there. The
thought that
game's
was-
afoot.
Yeah, she said that twice, and then
Seriously.
she said it again later,
Yeah.
where she's like, "It's again on the again afoot."
And then fucking at the end when
And, you don't need to. Yeah,
what do you mean you don't need to?
fine.
I'm just saying at the end with
Yeah.
the flatmate, there was only one person that it was going to be.
I was surprised it was that person, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Surprised it was that person.
Well, inclusion.
Even with inclusion, I still was surprised that was the person.
Yeah.
Either way, now you can see that they're planning something bigger for this.
You could do the mini Edith spin-off series. You can
Yeah.
bring Henry Cavill. I mean, he's unemployed right now.
Well,
so.
he's gonna be Superman again.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say if he's got some time for a series, we could do a Sherlock spin-off with him now.
It's probably gonna. They're probably gonna. I wouldn't doubt it if they had a Sherlock movie with Cavill. I would watch it.
She's the lead. They're not
She's the
gonna. She's the lead. She's the producer.
Yeah.
He's just
He's
the
just
back.
there for the ride.
For the
He's
ride.
just along for the ride, and he's getting his Superman money back. He's
Yeah.
good.
So he's fine.
He's good. Liam Hemsworth for The Witcher, though, I don't know. I don't know.
Who's the most discounted person we can find to shove into this show? Liam Hemsworth.
Guess
At least
let's
they
get-
didn't go with the other Hemsworth.
We almost met that guy.
Did you really?
We almost
we
did,
saw
yeah.
we saw him at he was at a tip
Kill
screening.
me twice.
Kill me
Why
three
didn't you-
times.
Kill me 3 times.
Why didn't you meet him? He seems so
No,
nice.
we talked to the girl. What was
The fucking what's her name?
Cool.
She was in Lights Out.
You're looking at me like I'm supposed to know this?
But anyways, there was a point that I wanted to make with this,
Yeah.
but I lost it. But anyways, you can see how they're building. Like Netflix is chasing like every
Teresa
single
Palmer.
Teresa Palmer, that lovely woman.
She was so nice. I
She's
met her
super
twice.
nice, but she was not looking in our picture.
She's looking in the other picture I got with
Chadwick Boseman.
Chadwick Boseman.
Chadwick. Rip.
The Netflix is chasing the franchises and stuff,
Yeah,
and like
yeah,
with what's his nuts going to The Witcher. The Witcher is obviously going to be canceled like right after that,
I wouldn't be surprised if it got canceled before.
Yeah.
or that too, right? But it was just more apparent in this one,
Yeah.
whereas the first one was like a one and done kind of story. Now you can see they're
Yeah,
building
exactly.
they're building
Yeah,
off
yeah, yeah. For sure, for
the
sure.
Sherlock mythos.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would have liked it better if Moriarty didn't suddenly show up. Because I was
I thought
when they started doing it, I was like, of course it's fucking Moriarty.
I thought
the moment he
Thulis
said
was
he
going to
was-
be if Thulis turned out to be Moriarty, I would have been like that.
Nah.
No, really?
He's a fall
Nah.
guy.
Nah. Dude,
I like the way that
it.
guy died, though. That was great.
Nah.
Getting mad at me for spoilers.
That's
Fucking
more
look at
of a
this fucking
spoiler.
guy.
Yeah.
I didn't say anything. I just said he died.
All right. All
right.
right.
Oh, whatever.
But it's still like I think they were both watchable movies. I
Yeah.
like the first one better, but I like the filmmaking of the second one better.
Yeah, I didn't. Watchable is fine. It's where I'm at as well. I'm not saying run out to see it, but I mean, like, if you
I'd watch.
feel like you're going to be a fan of it, you'll probably be a fan of it.
It's
Do you
a
think you
sorting
would-
laundry movie.
Yeah,
sorting laundry.
sorting
movie.
laundry. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you think you could watch the second one without watching the first one?
Maybe.
You probably could. She does a pretty good job recapping you right at the beginning
Yeah.
because there's so many fucking meta fourth wall breaks that
And flashbacks too.
yeah, she'll catch you up.
She basically just did like a fucking 1 minute recap
Yeah.
of the first one.
Yeah, you would probably be okay. But I mean, I think it still helps though, because like I think even though the first one's not as great, I think to me, but I think they do a pretty good job of like her character
you're
builds
allowed-
through it.
You're allowed to have your opinions, James.
Yeah, no, but I mean, I still think they do a pretty good job building up her character, and it does flow like nicely into the second one. Like I felt like
it flows very nicely.
like I knew her character already, and it was easier to just like let's get moving because they don't spend a lot of time doing that. She just kind of grows off what you already know.
Yeah.
They don't like rehash.
I think
who
that
she
was
is.
something that the second one did very well.
Yeah.
Was not go into backstories and
Yeah.
backstories. Like they showed like a couple of
Couple things.
flashbacks
but
type
like-
thing, but it was like you already knew the characters.
Yeah.
Okay, this is how they're going to grow, which is how a
Yeah.
good sequel should be,
Yes.
as opposed to trying to repeat the first movie
Yeah,
again.
exactly.
It tried to do something different with the second one, and I
Yeah.
think I
Yeah.
appreciate that a lot.
And it was a very different mystery.
Yep. Yeah, and a lot like bigger stakes
Yeah.
than the first one. Like the
And
first
to-
one, I
and
guess
she-
had some stakes, but like the first one, I think the mystery itself, while being relatively basic and easy to figure out, its stakes were less clear as to like why this was so important. It just to me it felt weird because it was just like Enola Holmes has been out for a while. Like why is the grandma trying to kill him? Like it was just like
But
it
not
was
even-
explained. Like it
yeah.
was explained women's suffrage and the movement and trying to get them to vote and all of that. Okay, fine. But like it was so sidelined to everything else that it was just like, okay, sure.
But even still, in the first one, it was like the mystery was like her finding her mom, and then she
it
kept
was
getting
supposed to be.
she
yeah.
kept getting sidetracked,
Yeah.
and then it's just like she does a
Yeah.
little bit of the mystery. You're like, oh yeah, I forgot, I'm supposed to find my mom.
Yeah.
Right, and she's like, she goes back to that, and then she gets sidetracked again
Yeah.
with the other mystery. Like
Yep.
it's just, it was the first one was too messy.
Yeah.
It was like it didn't have a clear. Is she gonna go after her mom, or is she gonna help out fucking Basil Weather?
Yeah. Second one was clearer, bigger stakes, and
And
Like,
a central
I enjoyed it a little more.
fucking mystery, right?
Yep.
And then you have like, and I like how like you had Sherlock's mystery and,
And it
then
connected.
Enola's history mystery, and they all connected at the end. That was the
Yep.
better way of doing it, right? Whereas I feel like that's what was missing from the first one.
all of it to say, thank God that Minecraft had some scheduling problems.
Yeah, it could be a wet blanket somewhere else.
It's just funny you mentioned the women's suffrage movement because Helena Bonham Carter was in a movie called Suffragette.
Oh, yeah,
About
that's
the
right.
Suffrage
Yeah.
movement. And apparently the second one is based on a true story.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
I
is.
heard that. I
Yeah,
heard
it was
that.
at
Like-
the end there. Yeah,
Yeah,
Like it's based on like the
it
first
was
one
actually
is
based on an actual case.
yeah, the first one's based on a couple of like it's an amalgamation of some of the
Yeah.
books, but the second one is another amalgamation, but it's also based on a true story.
Yeah.
Something
Like
like,
the-
that
like the-
factory story
the
was
the factory
mystery
story, yeah,
and the
yeah,
factory
yeah.
stuff was all real.
was the first labor movement
Yeah.
ever.
nice.
Yeah.
I really thought that she was gonna like put up the Union sign like
Yeah.
Norma Ray.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I'd watch them again. I was entertained, and I do like Millie Bobby Brown. I think she's
Yeah,
a
if you
great
got some laundry to
actress.
fold.
I think she's a great actress, and she's a great up and comer. And
Sure.
just, I hope she branches out from Godzilla movies and Netflix movies. But
She'll get there.
She'll
I
get there.
don't know
One of these days.
what kind of contract she signed with Netflix, but it seems to be very lucrative for her. So
I would imagine she has a couple.
She's
of,
doing well for herself.
She's in the new Russo brothers in Netflix movie.
Yummy.
Yeah,
Sorry.
maybe not. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that.
Please
You're-
don't.
You can cut that out.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
gross. Yeah, don't do that.
It
Yeah,
was more
she's-
for the Russo brothers.
Oh. Okay.
Our audience is not
If
going to
it's
figure
more
that
for the
out.
Russo
No,
brothers.
no,
No,
I
they will
don't.
now because I
Well,
just said it.
yeah.
It's
for the Russos.
It's still.
If they're still with us after that comment.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, it's fine.
No. Cut that. No. No es bueno.
No, it's bueno.
No.
So are we recommending? What do we?
It's a laundry folding movie.
Yep.
If you got some laundry,
It's a
if you got some laundry to
laundry-folded movie.
fold, maybe
Throw it
a
on.
meal to cook.
Yeah.
Doing
It's
the
an,
dishes.
it's an entertaining diversion.
Yeah,
It's not the greatest thing.
I'd
since
probably watch the
sliced
second one
bread.
before I watch the first one again.
Probably is me
Yeah.
for me as well.
Yeah.
That's fair.
All right. That's
So-
Enola Holmes wrapped up in a nutshell.
One and two.
One and two, double
Two
feature.
movies,
The double feature.
back to back.
since I thought we were just going to do 2, but yeah,
No,
it's a
no.
double feature.
I feel like we had to talk about the
We
first
had to
one,
talk
now,
about the
right?
first
Like,
one.
I thought
yeah.
we would too, but like I didn't realize we were just going to kind of interchange.
yeah, we'll swap back and forth. It's fine. They're both, it's the same
go hand in
characters.
hand.
Yeah,
People are going
characters, same
to
story.
listen and be like, "But I thought that was the first one." No, they're talking about second.
You know what? You got to watch both before you listen to this.
I guess
I mean,
so.
you can, but it's up to you to figure out which movie we're talking about when. It's like it's a mystery.
The game is afoot.
I got nothing.
Yeah, of course you don't.
I got nothing.
Diabolical Dave strikes out again.
Ooh, swing and a
delicious.
miss.
Delicious, Dave.
Sorry.
Yeah, he is
delicious.
Yeah.
Looking like a full meal over there.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. I appreciate
Fucking
that.
weird. Fucking weird, boys.
I appreciate that.
I'm getting tired, Tony. I start saying weird shit when
It's
I'm tired.
7:00, James. It's not. We're not at midnight.
It's basically 8:00, man. The time shifted.
Ooh, daylight.
Either way,
savings.
it's not as late. It's not as late as we usually record this.
Yeah, that's true. Fuck yeah.
Thank
Yeah,
Christ.
this isn't a 12:30 in the morning TIFF fucking spectacular.
Dave joining on, being like, yeah, and yeah,
Me falling asleep at the mic.
the subject and the daughter.
You guys wanted me to talk about all the TIFF movies
Literally,
I
that's
saw.
how every synopsis.
Yeah.
40 words when he can say the synopsis in 10.
He's a
I'm-
journalist,
I'm
Tony.
verbose.
He
What do
is
you want?
not.
Very verbose.
I am very verbose.
He's an ad man,
and I am
James.
trying.
Does he or does he not write critiques?
I
Actual
try.
written word.
I try to be less verbose.
Is this the time to give a written essay on
It's always the
Each.
time. It's always the time.
fuck's sakes?
Anyways,
Dave, what do we got?
is it time?
Is it time?
Yes, it's time.
Nice.
What did that boy buy? It's Dave's Blue Blues.
I still love that jingle.
Yeah.
The fucking jingle, man. We
We
gotta
need
get
more
we gotta
jingles.
get a
We
jingle
need
for
more
this.
jingles.
We need more jingles. The Shutter Minute needs a jingle.
Josh, please. Thank you. I know he'll listen to this, so
Yes, he definitely will.
he'll make it for us.
Shutter Minute jingle.
It's just a lot of like thunder clapping.
Anyways,
You guys haven't seen it yet, so I can't make the reference to the clapping.
Oh, oh.
Anyways, I was going to talk about Top Gun Maverick,
Yeah.
which came out this past week and apparently is the 4K to own this
Yeah,
holiday season.
No doubt. Oh, I saw someone watching that on the plane, by the way, and I was like,
So did I.
I
almost did it.
It's not the way that Tom Cruise intended.
I almost did it.
It's fair.
I hear it's the one to buy this season.
Yes.
I hear it looks incredible, but what I want to talk about is Videodrome.
Oh, Videodrome.
So we watched this.
Long live the new Flash.
So we watched
Yes.
this one for our Cronenberg marathon.
We
or our
did.
Cronenberg discussion a few months ago.
Yeah.
But Arrow just brought out a new 4K in the UK, and I had to import it. I needed it.
need this.
I needed it. Usually I would go with Criterion, but I needed the Arrow for this one.
Sure.
And it has the book. It comes with the lovely book. It comes
Mm.
with the art cards, which
Mm.
I still don't understand, but cool. I have so many art cards. I don't know what to do with them all. And
put them in a frame. I don't know.
I don't know, man. The double-sided poster, which is pretty
Cool.
sick.
Ah,
And there were two different artworks.
Mhm.
The one was whatever Arrow's artwork was.
Yeah.
Then they
And,
did
and
the
then they
original?
had a Zavi and Arrow online exclusive artwork,
Yeah.
which was the original art.
Oh,
so
cool.
I had to buy that because
Yeah.
I needed that.
The original is very cool.
And I think it's sold out now. I don't think you can get it anymore. So I'm glad I got that.
Awesome.
And yeah, the features are great. A lot of the ones that are on the Criterion are also on
Oh, cool.
the Arrow, but I watched part of it yesterday.
Yeah.
Like I just flipped through a little bit. Obviously had to see him say "Long live the new Flesh"
Yeah,
when
obviously.
he was poking holes through his girlfriend's ear.
Yes.
it's a very weird one. Videodrome.
And
Yeah.
holy shit, this thing looks incredible.
Nice.
Like it's the restoration is
Nice.
like it looks brand new.
Is this his first time on 4K?
Yes.
Oh, very cool.
Yes, it's an Arrow exclusive 4K
Amazing.
restoration approved by our boy David Cronenberg.
Our boy.
Lovely.
And like it's just running high, and it's just like the detail, it just looks amazing. It does not look
Awesome.
like a movie from 1983.
Oh, wow.
That's for sure. And the colors, every pore on James Woods' face
Is there for you.
it's
yeah.
there for the
Yeah.
taking.
Yeah.
Love that.
And like
I do really appreciate that about films that were shot on film, right? Because like you didn't. There's no resolution in film. Film is
Oh
infinite
yeah, they
resolution.
weren't counting on high definition when they were.
No, but it
shooting
doesn't
film.
matter. Like film is infinite resolution.
well, that's why you buy
Yeah,
4K.
right?
Like 4K of digital movies
Yeah.
doesn't look great,
No,
but 4K,
because it's upscaled, or worse, like it's just a 2K that they threw in a 4K disc. But like,
yeah, but 4K
yeah.
of films,
Oh yeah, infinite resolution scaling. It's incredible.
amazing. But yeah, Videodrome looks great. So I'm assuming that Criterion is probably going to bring it out in the next
Probably.
year or two type thing, because they did Crash came out at the exact same time on Criterion and Arrow.
Yeah.
So I would imagine, I don't think Cronenberg's gone 4K on Criterion yet, but I'm assuming it's coming.
It's coming. Or
It has
maybe
to be.
yeah, maybe not Videodrome, but maybe something else. The
Well,
Fly.
I don't need
know.
Naked Lunch on 4K. Let me tell
Oh
you.
man, if The Fly comes out on Criterion,
That would be cool.
That would
that'd
be very cool.
But I would say I could see The Fly more on Arrow than Criterion.
Yeah, The Fly is more of an Arrow, but
Yeah.
it's a shout. They have the Shout Factory box set with it.
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
that's
Sorry,
right.
Scream Factory box
Scream
set
Factory box. Yeah.
with the whole Fly collection.
Ooh,
Yeah,
great.
Fly 2, man.
Something.
that's literally all I can describe it as.
All right.
But yeah, I'm very happy I got it,
Very
and
cool.
I got Wolf of Wall Street coming in this week, and I
Nice.
cannot wait.
really wanna
I
see
saw
it.
some
I wanna see
packaging. I saw some packaging of this thing, and it
Yeah.
looks
It looks pretty sexy for sure.
muy
Amazing.
caliente.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's Videodrome. Whoever told me that 4K discs play in all regions, bless your heart. But my
Yeah.
wife fucking hates you,
Yeah.
because the
yeah.
moment I found that out and started importing,
I had no
it's
idea
over.
that they were region
it's
unlocked.
over.
That's cool.
Yeah, no, it's not unlocked. They're region free.
Yeah.
They're region free, which was
Sorry.
and
yeah.
it's always so wacky because like DVDs, there was like six
Six
different
regions,
regions,
yeah.
plus region 0,
Yeah.
and Blu-rays was like ABC,
Yeah.
and now 4K is nothing.
We don't care.
They don't care, and like it's
Which is
like
kind of
I'm-
nice, actually. I feel like it's maybe just because like the lack of popularity in it. Like there's strong collectors, and we all own 4Ks of things, but maybe it's just become like, you know what, we're not mass producing this. There isn't multiple runs of these anymore. Like these are collector's items, so now
yeah,
fuck it. Why do we need a region lock on it?
Yeah.
that, or it's guys like us who are buying DVDs back in the day, and we're like, region locking is stupid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Let's just fucking.
it's so
do this.
stupid.
Like I get it. Like I get the different rights and stuff, but
Yeah, but like, what the fuck? It's a disc. Who fucking cares?
yeah,
It's the same movie.
it's the same movie. And yeah, I've been enjoying importing arrows and importing the Second Sight ones, which are really cool. I
Nice.
watched The Guest this week, and holy
yeah.
Jesus, does Dan Stevens look extra hot in 4K.
Yeah. I
But
want to watch that again. It's been a while.
it's so good.
And then also You're Next.
So good. Oh my God, I want to watch your
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
I want to look for the magic.
Yeah, you've always been looking for that magic.
Always looking
I need
for
to
the
get. I
magic.
need to get Your Next. I do
You
not
don't have it?
I do not have it. I have
Oh.
The Guest. I do not have Your Next.
I think
You
I
need
have
to
Your
buy-
Next.
You need to buy your next.
Well,
think I have
hopefully
Your
someone
Next, but not The
someone brings
Guest.
it out.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah, it has.
Fingers
Yeah,
crossed.
I have a regular Blu-ray of it. So
Yeah, I think so, too.
I'll
I think I bought an unboxing day for like $3 or something.
I'll pony up for the Arrow 4K or the Second Sight 4K.
Fingers crossed. Jesus.
And then you can have my old Blu-ray.
Excellent.
Mm.
Tony
Just get
gets
the
scraps.
Excelente.
Excelente.
But
It's a pleasure.
I think I have nothing else to say. Do you guys?
No,
No?
I think it wraps it up, man.
I think it does. Right in a nice little bow.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you have any thoughts, let us know. You can hit up James at his email.
Our email.
At our email, since he gave it to everybody. Please don't sign him up for
Please don't. Please, for the love of God, don't.
penis pumps and penis enlargements
Yeah.
and Russian mail order brides or
Well,
husbands, because, that's
you
more
never
his
know.
forte.
What? It's not my... Okay, fine.
All of that said, we love you all for listening. We hope you had as good a time as we did recording it. All of that to say, my name is Dave, and as always, I am here with
Tasty Tony B.
and
James.
not
I'm
even
here.
jovial James.
No.
No. All right. And
See, I told you I'd wrap it up with that.
I know you would. I know you
I
did.
did.
You
I
didn't
know
let
you did.
anybody down, buddy.
No,
You
buddy.
didn't let us
Came
down.
full circle.
You didn't let us down, Tony. And thank you for not calling yourself Venom.
Always. But he's vengeance.
All right, everybody. Have a good night.
See you in 2 weeks.
See you.